I gotta go get my towel from outside. It's hanging outside. Hold up, sorry. It's just started raining.
God. Oh my God. I'm leaving. I'm gonna cut the podcast, but I'm leaving this part in because it's absolute shambles. This man is absolute shambles. We'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Lo and behold, it fucking rains.
We're back, guys. We took a.
Let's have to set up the indoor drying system right now.
Oh no, this guy's a shambles. I know I said I cut it and we'll be back in 2 seconds. I was actually just sitting down on my phone for probably about 2 minutes while I just hear this absolute rattling and just a man panting, which is quite concerning because I don't think it's that far to get to your backyard. And I assume there's not many stairs, so I don't see how you can be panting
it's not easy.
so much.
Stick this in here, innit?
And now this guy's just, it's just one towel. Like it's a towel. A towel dries like normally. You don't need to like make the towel
in the living room
overextended.
No, because it's gonna dry.
Normally.
That's the thing.
If you normally.
But if you just fold it too close, the more like open air
of course.
it gets, the quicker it's gonna dry.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that you can easily.
It's basic thugonomics.
Yeah, true. But I think you could just easily just hang it off your coat hook or something. It'll dry just the same.
No, it's not as good, boss. And I washed it in the washing machine. It's not just after a shower. I washed it in the washing machine.
Yeah, fair.
Now it's got a few. Okay, question. Few raindrops. Would you rewash it? If you wash clothes, you leave them outside, they get a few raindrops. Are you rewashing those clothes? Or are you just going, all right, it was in the rain for a minute. I'll use it.
Well, look, to be fair, I've actually been quite blessed because one, where I currently live, I got a dryer, which is actually a game changer. Having a dryer is literally the pinnacle of life, I think.
Doesn't it fuck the clothes though?
Yeah, but it, I don't know. Not really. I haven't noticed it. If anything, it's actually gotten better because I've slowly lost weight and it's actually coincided with the clothes shrinking. So it's like now it's just fitting my body better. So maybe that's a bonus. And then when I was living,
so it does shrink the clothes, but it's just lucky for you.
Yeah, it's not like it would be bad for you because then it would just be like you go from like.
Brother, your internet's shocking.
Man, your internet's shocking.
Cool. No, what were you saying?
The
dryer makes a game changer. Yeah,
100%. I'll probably cut out the last because of the internet was shocking. But basically, we're talking about if it's raining, slightly raining outside, probably drizzling. Do you rewash your clothes? I think no. You just cop it.
My towel, you reckon?
Your towel, 100%. Good question. How often do you wash your towel? That's a really good question because
I try to do it once every 2-3 weeks. It's easy. You just put it on at some point. It's not like washing your sheets. Washing your sheets, take them off, put them in, wash them. It's an absolute pain.
I'm not gonna lie.
Whereas this is like
that's
1, 2.
Stinky. That's stinky, boss.
You reckon 2 weeks is stinky?
2 weeks. I think it's a weekly. I think it's like it goes in the.
You wash your towel every week.
I think it's a part of the weekly run. That's how I do it. It's part of my weekly run.
But then you get lint all over your other clothes.
Yeah, then you just get a lint roller. But then again, I have a dryer that does it for me. I'm telling you, the dryer is a game changer.
I'm in the Stone Age. I would like to wash it every week. The problem is La Nina, the weather.
Yes.
It's raining all the time. I can't even dry it.
Yeah, that is true. Like you got the unlucky part that your clothesline is just old school. The classic Hills hoist, the classic one.
It is.
But basically,
it's full. Like washing my sheets, it's a huge risk, massive risk. Saturday, 30 degrees. I'm waking up early on Saturday.
Jeez,
30 degrees. I'm waking up early on Saturday, and I'm gonna wash my bed sheets. And I will. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I need to get space on the rack on the drying.
Is it just one clothesline, like one Hills hoist?
One fat one. The problem is if it's 30 degrees Saturday, every other person's gonna be washing their sheets. It's so hard.
Yeah, you got
to do it early.
Yeah, we got to jump in early, I guess. Just try and snake everyone. Be the prick.
Or maybe leave them out. Fuck, what could I do? Because I only have one set. Sunday it's raining. See, maybe. Oh,
you have to cut. Yeah, no, you have to cut the Saturday, dude. I'm pretty sure it's like pretty much when basically the weather in Sydney's been. It gets super stinky hot like it is today, and then it will pour the next day.
Yeah,
it's just the same rotation every single day.
But how do I do it Saturday?
You just have to wake up early.
But what?
You have to cop the earliness.
What do you do if there's a washing line full of clothes and they're dry. They're dry. It's clear. Whoever's put them up in the morning and it's like, I'll take them down when I get home today,
Well,
whatever. And you need to use the drying rack.
do they leave their
What
washing?
do you do?
Do they leave their washing basket there though?
Yes and no.
See, if they leave
Answer
their
with both.
okay, if they have the washing basket, I think it's more like I think it's good that if you take out their clothes and you put it in the washing basket because it's like a courtesy thing. It's like taking someone's bins out. It's like, look, I did the extra mile. You know, you should appreciate that. If they have no washing basket, you're sort of just screwed. You just have to cop it.
Because my roommate says she just like finds a seat. Like there's a lot of garden seats. And she's like, if I notice that someone's had their clothes on the rack or their sheets on the rack for like over a day and they haven't got their basket there, she just fucking puts them on the seat. She's like,
she's one of those.
Their fucking fault.
She's one of those.
Dude, I don't mind. Dude, if you leave your clothes out for 2 days, fuck you.
See,
on a limited rack.
It's a delicate one because I look at it similar to like the gym, right? When you go to the gym and someone tries to save a bench and they put like their towel or they put their car keys or their phone there saying that this is my spot, but you don't see that for 10 minutes, you sort of just like,
nah, fuck them. You use it.
You go fuck them and just move their shit and then take the bar and then I don't know when they just come and be like, oh, bro, what's going on?
Then you can say work in, bro. You can work in. It's all good. We're all human.
I guess you
We're
could do
the
that.
same kind.
I guess you could do that with the clothes.
Work in, brother. You don't want to work in? Suck a dick.
Yeah, I think you could do that with the clothes. If anything, I think it's better with the clothes on. You just push that thing to the side. Don't even have to take it off.
Pushing to the side, you reckon?
Yeah, I don't think you take it off. You just push it to the side.
No, yeah. Push it to the side, fair.
So if you take it off, then it's like, it like, I don't know, insects who get into like all this type of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't know. We have roommates that are allergic to fucking plants or shit. Like, I don't know. It's a delicate one.
Washing my sheets, could I hang them in? I couldn't.
No, you can't.
No,
but
I would have to wash them like I would have to wash one by one.
Yeah, I'm looking at your room right now.
I couldn't dry multiple things at once.
Yeah, you got no sunlight in your room. Like I can just tell you right now, that's not getting.
I could do it in the living room. In the living room, it's fine. Like it's fair enough.
Well, you got.
But have I got the apparatus?
Well, yeah. Do you have the? Well, you do have. So you have a drying rack. So I
got one drying rack. I got 1.5 drying racks.
You have a fan.
No.
That's easy. See, that's a classic. When I used to when my parents didn't have a dryer or the clothesline was full, you have the fan. I remember like scrambling because I had like school socks that weren't dry because they just didn't dry overnight. So it's like you have to put them on top of the fan and you just let that fan just blast it, and then you have to cope with sort of soggy socks on the way to school.
True, maybe I should get a fan for that reason. Because I gotta
Plus it's gonna be hot.
When?
Well, it's just
I don't worry about the hot though. It's so good. You just crack open. I got fat windows. Crack open a window, boss.
Yeah, true. Today was actually good. Today was
in the sun was all right. I had a spicy burrito in the sun. I was sweating. I had a linen shirt on. It was obvious.
Oh, I did have a linen shirt as well today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. They was like, "Why are you wearing a linen shirt?" I'm like, "Mate, it's like 30 degrees outside."
Yeah, it was a lifesaver.
Yeah, it's a time. It's the day for it. That's when you wear the linen shirt.
Yeah, true. A linen shirt on like a winter day, it's not a lot of protection. If you're going out in a winter shirt at night on like to a nightclub, it'll help with the sweats. That's why when we went out on Saturday, it was cold, but as soon as we got into the club, we knew that it was going to be a sweatathon. So
yeah,
like, you don't want to bring a jacket. Our buddy brought a jacket, instantly had to put it down. Putting down your jacket in a club that doesn't have a coat check, rookie mistake. You're never finding that jacket again.
Yeah, 100%. You're a rookie. And for a guy, it's like you just have to cop wearing it. For the girls, like on Saturday we had a VIP section, humble brag, but we had a VIP section, and basically
not paid for by us.
Not paid for by us, so it's not really a brag. We just sort of scammed someone. But yeah, there was a VIP table, and it was just chicks just roll up and they'll just sit down. And he's just like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Oh, I'm just sitting down." It's like, "Well, it's not your booth." And then they're like, "I don't care." And I was like, "Oh, well, I don't really care either." So you can sit down. They'll leave their jacket
That's
there.
true.
They'll leave their purses. And I was like,
"Wait, people were doing that?"
Yeah, they were doing it the whole time. There was jackets everywhere, purses everywhere.
Weren't ours?
No, 100% not.
Then you're still.
Yeah, well,
if you leave your jacket in someone else's VIP area and you come back and they're gone and so is your jacket, What did you expect?
Oh, have I stolen a few jackets in my lifetime? Of course.
Have
It's
you?
just courtesy. Yeah, if it's you eye it off. You eye it off. Like if you get, let's say you get that at the beginning of the night, you get that at the beginning of the night, and the jacket's in the same place, and then you're leaving, and the jacket's in the same place. And look, me and you,
And it's nice. Or
yeah,
not even that nice.
not even that night. Well, me and you, like we know, like our friend group, when we go out, we go out. We don't leave after 3 hours. We're pretty much there like till the end.
At ending. So if you're there at ending,
Yeah, I'm like, no one's taking this. What? The barman's gonna take it? No, you're getting paid already. I'm not getting paid here.
but then you risk the person who you're stealing from being very drunk and still there.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky I haven't sort of encountered that at the moment. So it's at 100% strike rate, which is nice.
You've clean steals every time.
Clean. Oh, not steals. It's more like I'm giving it a new home.
Style out here.
Giving it a new home. I'm borrowing it like permanently. I wouldn't say stealing.
New love.
Yeah, new love. Because I know that's happened to me before too. The amount of clothes I lost when I was traveling, like I somehow left like 50% of what I brought over.
That's it depends. Like, dude, drying your clothes at a hostel, big no.
No.
Oops. You shouldn't be doing that.
Oops. Oh wait, that's right. I only packed a couple pairs of underwear. Whoop, that's mine now. Like I just like go.
Are you a big packer of underwear? I'm a huge packer of underwear.
I usually pack. I think max is like if I'm away for over like a week, I would pack 7, with the anticipation that I know at some point
I would maybe even chuck in a couple of old shitty pairs as an in case.
Oh yeah. Dude, all my clothes. Yeah, all my clothes are like they're on their last legs. That's why I'm bringing it. Unless I'm like going out somewhere nice, like if we're going like camping or trips away. Or
camping's expensive. We spoke about how much it sucked the other day. I think I interrupted you with the long rant about fucking getting bronchitis. But dude, camping shit's expensive. Camping is an expensive hobby. It's more expensive than golf.
Yeah, it is. And it's one of those
all that outdoor shit.
There's big upfront fees.
Yes.
Is it big?
Like a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
$300, $400, $500 for a good one.
For a decent one, 100%. You know, if you're tent, if you're going that hardcore, tent.
And fuck tents. Setting that up. Like, why are tents so hard to set up?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think back because like we were roomies when we went on our high school camp.
Oh yeah, we set those things up decently.
Yeah, they were fine. Well, it was a shit time because it was
true.
Just like,
they were shit. Yeah,
they were shit. But I mean, we did pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. I think
we did.
We're more of the more manly elk. I would say there was a couple questionable lads that just couldn't cop it.
Well, we had a guy in our group break his arm, and the teacher was like, "Oh, don't be a pussy! Like, come on, let's go!" And he broke his arm, and then he got back to school, and he was in a cast, and everyone's like, "Oh, we thought you were just being a pussy." It's like, no, I have like 5 fractures in my arm. I can't move it.
And then there's so many people got like vilely ill, like really ill.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that made sense. That was my one and only time having food rations, dehydrated food.
Oh,
terrible.
Yeah. The meal replacements, God, that's rank.
Yeah.
And they're expensive. They're expensive.
Holy mother!
Yeah,
God,
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
It literally just flashed in front of me. God,
it's La Nina. You can't control this woman.
Dude, I'm never gonna be able to wash these sheets. Or what I'm doing is I open it out as much as I can, and I open the window during the day. Because, dude, I'm never going to get a chance to wash these sheets. This is absolutely rigged. We don't have 2 good days of sun in a row. I'm never going to get to wash these sheets. The clothes I can wash. I can dry inside. I feel bad for you as well
because, like, you work during the week. So it's like you can only do it on the weekends, which is realistically whenever they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone else. It's like, and now we've got this yoga person who lives in the apartment below. So she's probably going to have fucking all kinds of shit. Like, it's another person. It's another girl. They wash more than guys. It's another female in the building.
Is that the one is that the one you were talking about on the weekend?
Yeah, it's a good sort.
Nah, it's not.
But more importantly, it's another female to tussle with for position on the line. So
no, I feel like they're easier to deal with females because like their clothes are thinner, smaller.
Nah, because they wash their sheets like every week.
Yeah, I guess.
Like the Russian girl who's next door to me, every day her sheets are out there. I don't know what's going on. Every day.
That's just high maintenance.
It's like her hobby. I think it's just her hobby.
That's when you know you have too much free time when you're washing your sheets. Because it's like the only reason I probably wouldn't wash my sheets frequently is the act of trying to put back on my sheets.
Yeah.
It's so time consuming that it's like it's just I'd rather just not even worry about it. I'll just cop the dirtiness of my sheets.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more so just on the not having a chance. I actually don't mind putting on. I don't find putting on sheets that hard. You go bit of this, bada bing, bada boom. It's all good.
There is some tips and tricks that you can find on YouTube or I forgot what that Netflix show was about, like tidying up your room or some shit.
Oh, the Japanese girl.
The Japanese chick that's just like
Declutter. Throw out shit you don't need.
which God, I have so much shit that I don't need.
Really?
But then
I don't.
but I think I do need. I think I do need. Well, like I look like I've got like a
That's the more important question.
because I got a whole shoe rack
Telling
next to
yourself
me.
whether you don't need it.
I've got a whole shoe rack next to me, but realistically, I wear 3 pairs of shoes like on rotation and like the whole pretty much like since I've moved here. Like
Yeah.
I haven't touched any of these other shoes, but it's like I'm
But
not gonna chuck
are
them
they
out.
good? Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice shoes. I got like some Air Max 97s,
Just wear them
some
more.
Cortezes, but like I can only wear them in the weekend because like I work like an office job.
Yeah, but
Or
what, can't you wear sneakers to the office?
Not on the week, not like from Monday to Thursday.
Brother, I wear the ones, the Air Force Ones.
You wear Air Force Ones to the office.
I wear Air Force Ones to the office. Yeah,
Oh my
100% I do.
God, you're one of those fuckwits.
Yeah,
Mate,
I wear jeans,
mate,
top jeans, Air Force
Oh
Ones,
my God.
and I wear Miami shirts.
Is
Unless
it,
I have a
is,
meeting.
is it really that casual there?
Yeah, mate, there's COVID coming. People are worried about way more things than the like
Yeah.
office suits.
I guess.
Brother,
Mate,
our
it-
COVID,
it-
should we sorry, actually
No.
go on.
No, okay, no. Yeah, it's more.
We got to explain this COVID situation we're in.
Well, how much can we talk about it? Because are we really criminalizing ourselves right now?
No, we're not. The government, brother. So for people that don't know, we're not criminalizing ourselves. Firstly, I got a test, negative. Our other buddy who got the test, negative. We're all negative.
Yes, we're all negative.
And then what happened is on the weekend, this is a classic stitch up because in Australia, they're still freaking out about COVID. If someone's got COVID and you've been near them, the government they text you and call you. Interesting enough, they didn't do any of that to us.
Well, I got I got a text. You did.
Yeah, and then we checked into a place because in Australia, you have to every time you enter a shop, you have to tell the government that you're entering that shop so that they can tell you.
Well, no, actually,
someone
not
there has had COVID.
actually not anymore now.
Really?
Yeah, I think today
As
is
of
like
today, the 15th.
today's like the quote unquote freedom day.
Freedom Day. I love how they call it Freedom Day like that. Like it accepts that they actually took away the freedom.
Yeah,
It's like all right, your own words. But we checked into a place on my phone, on my account, and I checked Jordan as my guest. The government have still not texted me, but they've somehow texted Jordan telling him he needs to watch out for symptoms. They didn't tell you how to get a test though, and they didn't say that you're a close contact. So you're all G. You can do whatever you want.
Actually, what did it say? I think it just said that I was there at roughly at the same time that there was a case. Is that what it says? Yeah, it doesn't even say I was at the exact same time. It's like at some point within probably I'm going to give them 2 hours either way that there was a COVID case at JB Hi-Fi.
But brother, that's stupid because everywhere in the world, plus or minus 2 hours, there's been a COVID case at a place.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we were at Argyle. We were at a nightclub.
Oh.
Someone at that club had COVID.
100%.
Plus or minus 2 hours from when we were there. You
And
could
we
take
were there a long time. So
And I was thinking about it, right? So our buddy's boss had COVID. He told us we were with him. So we all got tests, all negative, right? But I got a test not because I was worried about like whether I had COVID or not, because if I had it and people in my office found out that I came to the office knowing that I had been to the pub with someone who'd spent the week working with someone with COVID, they'd be like, come on, you fucking dog. But
it is, yeah.
In reality, like if you tested for every time you could have the virus, you'd be testing every day.
No, yeah, 100%. Like when lockdown finished for like my industry in construction, basically the rule was that you had to get tested every 72 hours. So I was literally getting a test. Dude, I was getting a test twice a week, just up the nose, down the throat, and then I had the test.
But don't you have to isolate after a test?
Yeah, but it was pretty much like 24 hours. Like it was no. They changed the rules. Like you didn't have to isolate. It was something weird. Yeah, it was like something weird. Like you didn't have to actually isolate. You just had to prove you got a negative test. Also, no, you had to prove that you went for a test.
So did I have to isolate? I got a test on Monday morning. Did I have to isolate until I got the result?
Well, I don't. It was just like it was during like the peak time when everyone's still in lockdown. But like
No, just on Monday. On Monday.
well, that's what I mean. I don't know what the rules are. Like I'm talking about back in my
Ah,
time, like back in
okay.
when lockdown first finished, and like there was still like it was only like the construction industry that had to open because like that's like majority of
They
jobs
need it. Yeah.
yeah they had to open it. So that all these different implications. So yeah, I literally have to get tested like every fucking 72 hours,
Sucks.
and if you
They
don't,
had
then it's
what?
like
They only had. And how many nurses did they have on site? Or did you have to go and get one
no,
yourself?
you have to go, drive through.
Brother, you had to go and wait and line up and get a test on your own time
Yeah,
once every 3 days.
yeah, I'll go to work, and then on the way home, I would have to go to the drive-through one and
You're
just wait in
having a
line.
laugh.
Yeah,
Did anyone reimburse you for that time?
no, definitely not, mate.
And how long were the waits in line? Because I waited an hour and a half for my test in a
Was it?
small packed line.
It actually wasn't that bad. It was actually, to be fair, like it wasn't that bad. It wasn't definitely an hour. At most, like half an hour. It was actually quite quick. Now it's like,
Okay, so you had to make a detour, wait half an hour, get the test, and then go home
yeah,
once
pretty
every
much.
3 days.
Once it would be like Monday and the Thursday, let's say.
Jesus, that's a lot to ask.
Yeah, and I just so I'm allowed to work, even though I don't have it. Like, and I live in an area that doesn't have it, or is not one of the big
And did you
areas.
have the vax?
No, that's the issue. If you were double vax, you didn't have to do it. I only had,
Okay.
but I was only one dose, so I had the one dose, and then because you had the one dose, you had to still get tested every 3 days. Just
Okay. Yeah.
and that's probably how they got so many people to get the vax. It's like it's just convenience. It's like
Yeah, we were talking about it.
I
Like
might as
we
well get
had
two
a
doses.
buddy, we had a buddy who got caught with a fakie, and it was just like when we all realized he had a fakie, it was like we were all just like, brother, like get vax, like not because like it's gonna protect you or anything. Like, dude, with all this bullshit going on, they're basically accepting if they do another lockdown, they're basically accepting the vaccines don't work.
They can't. They can't. We've said this. We've said this heaps of times.
No, man.
They literally can't. Like it. Like they can't do it now. They can't do it now. It's 2 weeks before Christmas. You physically can't do it.
I reckon maybe after Christmas.
What, before New Year's? You can't do it before the New Year.
Yeah, because think about in the media,
you can't enter the New Year in lockdown.
After New Year's, like January.
You can't start 2022 in lockdown.
Mate, that's what we said the first time. You said you can't lock people in their house. You can't force people to get a vaccine. A lot of you can't in modern society have been fucked up the ass by COVID and told to take a hike. So I would not say never.
Yeah, but it's a classic fool me one time, shame on me. Fool me 2 times, shame on you.
Yeah, except you don't have a choice. you don't have a choice in this matter.
But we already
the government does.
We already said that hypothetically, if there was another protest, there may be our faces in. I'm not saying we're going, but maybe there could be someone that looks like me that's there.
Yeah, if there was a COVID and another one, especially because on your original point, in Australia, they just straight coerced everyone to get the vax. They just, and I feel bad. I have a buddy whose granddad died.
We've mentioned this before.
He got the vaccine, and now if he gets a vaccine after all that just to get locked down, that's disrespectful. That is disrespectful
to so many people. So many people. Yeah, disrespectful. Because then it leaves that whatever it is, the 5% that are anti-vax, it's just like a big.
Of course, I'm not getting it. They're like, yeah, exactly.
Like I told you so. And then everyone else is like, well, now we got egg on our face because we thought we were gonna be right and we're gonna be fine, and now we look like idiots. I don't think they can. I don't think even though I saw I think it was the health minister or something. It said that there's high chances that it could be like 25,000 cases a day.
Yeah, that's fine. But isn't the whole point of the vaccine that it doesn't stop the spread? It stops you dying. So if we're not dying, then it's all G, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I don't understand?
Yeah.
Our government wants to lock down to save thousands of lives, but yet we just spent $100 billion on nuclear submarines to go to war with China. So we're okay to spend $100 billion to start a war that we're going to lose and lose millions of lives in the making of it. but we'll lock down the economy to save thousands of lives. What's going on here,
That's
brother?
what I mean. It's just all mixed messaging, and no one knows really what like the clear direction is. That's what I mean. Like they can't. That's why they guys can't flip flop. It's sort of just they have to put the gun in the holster, so they just jog on.
Just let it go.
We just have to jog on.
Where would you go if they locked down? Would you just go work like remote? Would you just be like, all right, I'm going.
No, because I know my industry would never get locked down. It's just that's the one industry that won't get locked
but
down.
like your life.
All my life, I don't know. It depends. It's the extent. I don't know.
Lots of jobs in construction on dodgy buildings in Florida if you want it.
Yeah, true. Like I could get realistically get a job anywhere, but yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know where I would move. Like if it was, the thing is like we're such in like a microcosm. So I don't know. I could easily move to like let's say I move to Singapore to work in a building. It could easily be the same situation in Singapore. I just don't know that it is.
Yeah, but a country like America with a bit more balls in the politicians, like Florida, they're not gonna like. You move to Florida, like they're not gonna. They're not gonna lock you down.
Yeah, but it's Florida though. Like it'll be. I think it's just Florida in your mid-20s. Jeez, that's cool. That's what you call bank account.
That's a
depletion.
good time.
That's what you call bank account depletion.
Yeah, that's true.
Like my bank account would drop more than my crypto portfolio right now.
Oh, there's been a drop in that, eh?
Yeah, it's not. It's one of those ones where it's actually hasn't really bounced back yet.
Nah, it'll be fine. I want to talk about that later, but I did want to ask you quickly the EPL. All these teams, while we're on COVID, so we don't have to come back to it.
Yeah.
All these breakouts now, and they're not letting these players play with COVID.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they'll have to shut the season down?
Well, same in the NBA. Like, was it Chicago Bulls?
Oh, yeah.
Chicago Bulls got two games postponed.
Is it because they didn't have enough players? Because if they're in the vaccine,
they had
COVID protocol,
they had like
play?
Yeah, they had like DeMar DeRozan. He was the first one in the health protocols, and then they had like Zach LaVine, and then it's just like,
come on.
It's like, boss, I think that's our team. Like, you just took our team away.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? I think I had it here before. There was another player that was.
It was multiple players. It would have been
Giannis is in COVID protocol.
Giannis had COVID?
Yeah, so he's gonna miss tomorrow's game against the Pacers. That's what I mean. It's like you just get shot.
And it's not fair because the Pacers are say competing with like the Wizards for a playoff spot.
Yeah, James Harden, COVID protocols.
How many times has he had COVID? He's had COVID so many times, James Harden.
Well, we all know that it's sort of
the strip clubs don't ask for vaccination passports.
Oh no, I was going to say it's prevalent in fat people, so that's more.
True.
It's still currently fat Harden at the moment.
But yeah, like I think because it's kind of I was thinking it's unfair with these teams. Like if you're in a playoff race with Indiana to get those last playoff spots, and they play like a certain loss, the Bucks, without Giannis, and it becomes like a possible win, that's unfair to you.
But that's what happened with the Bulls. It's like they lost like LaVine and lost DeRozan, and they literally got spanked. Like I think they got spanked by Cleveland, and then got spanked by like Miami. And it's like, mate, we literally have no play. We're playing like people that have never played a minute in the NBA. Like this is like we're playing a G League squad. It's like, what do you expect us to do?
In a conference games.
Exactly. And considering that the Bulls were what? They were like number 1, number 2 in the East. They're like, mate, like we can't like. I know we're meant to be a good team, but you're taking our best players away, and we just can't sustain this. And it's like we're getting.
But they let them postpone a game, but that was only after they had so many players.
Yeah, so they got 2 games postponed. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do because I know like in the baseball, it was like that for a long time. It's different with baseball because there's so many games. I guess it's like
baseball.
It's like fuck who cares, and plus it's baseball. It's like fuck who cares. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. EPL one. Yeah, EPL, like, I don't, it'll be shocked.
Does Manchester United have it?
Like, you'll be shocked if you're like Newcastle and you're versing like Norwich. So it's like a game that you need to win. And it's like, oh yeah, sorry, Callum Wilson can't play because he's got COVID-19.
Yeah, and Almiron are out.
It's like, mate, you're
shafted.
Out. Yeah, you're shafted. You're like, mate,
exactly.
You're going to the championship. Or if you're, or Man City versus Liverpool, and it's like, oh yeah, sorry,
yes, title decider.
That's what I'm saying. Protocol.
It's like Manchester United now have it. Tottenham have it. They're both competing for 4th place. It's like, why? It's not fair.
It's a bit generous there for Tottenham, but yeah,
it's not fair on Man United if like they had to play a key game against like West Ham and Ronaldo's got COVID.
Yeah. So, but then it's like, what can what can you do there? You can't just
Well,
stop the season.
Well, so that's what I was thinking. Can you just like let them play with COVID?
No, you can't do that.
But if it's like if they haven't got symptoms, because like if someone's got the flu game, Michael Jordan, he had the flu, but he was just able to play through it. Like, are you not allowed to do that?
The issue is like, what happens if someone like collapses? Like, there's people have been collapsing on the field.
Bro, I don't think that's COVID doing that.
I don't think it's COVID, but like, let's say it happened with someone that had COVID, then it's like
not a good look.
Yeah, it's not a good look. It's like, mate, you're putting the game ahead of the players, welfare.
So what's the alternative then? Just make the team play without.
I guess you just have to play, and it's just about depth, and then it becomes. Like Man City's like, all right, we'll field our second Champions League side. It's like.
And that's where I think it's like this shows obviously that like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's a business. Like they don't care how fair it is. They just want games on TV.
Yeah. And it's and again, it's the same thing like I said before. It's like, so you sort of just have to cop it on the chin, and it just is what it is, you know.
Not an ideal world, yeah.
And it's I think it's like, even though you're penalizing teams, realistically, the teams that set themselves up the best, even though you can say money's obviously a big part of it, the teams that set themselves up the best are going to be the teams that succeed anyway.
Still win. Yeah.
Like if you like Newcastle, if you're literally relying on Callum Wilson and Saint Maximin to carry your team's not that good to begin with anyway.
Yes, but that's also that's like
it is like a closed-minded type of.
Yeah, it is. It's like a rich guy telling people how to buy a house when he got his house with a loan from his parents. Like,
yeah, true.
If you had saved anyway, like that doesn't like, like because West Ham have built a good team around Michail Antonio.
Yeah.
But if he gets COVID, they're fucked. And it's easy to sit back and go, well, if you had a few more good players, but they don't. Yeah. They're just doing the best that they have.
Yeah, true. No, that's a very good point. Yeah, if they lost like a Suchek or Declan Rice, they're fucked.
Yeah. Like Spurs with Harry Kane or Leicester with Jamie Vardy and Madison.
Really? That's the player you're going to pick from Spurs? Harry Kane?
Okay, Son Heung-min.
Yeah, exactly, boss.
So, Son Heung-min or Oliver Skip. It'd be tough.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just what it is. I don't know. I can't believe we're still talking about this in the end of 2021, heading into 2022. It's just.
I'm just really concerned. Yeah, I've just been concerned about it recently because I'm seeing the headlines again. My buddies at work, like they're doing another COVID 3.
I've been driving past because like there's a couple of testing clinics near where I live.
The lines are getting long,
dude. Backed up traffic, like severe.
Yeah.
Even when it was at its peak, it wasn't like this. Like, it's really, really bad.
It's long. I also think they're not employing as many nurses. Like, I went to a place and there was a long line, but it was because there was one lonely nurse just pumping out. She was just doing everyone. It was just, there must have just all day. She was just the only one there. There was a receptionist and she just had a room in the clinic and she was pumping out tests.
Jeez, like the local escort on a Tuesday night, just gonna get through my work. Then I guess.
I mean, anyone could do it. So they could theoretically just get a local escort to do it.
Couldn't you just get the rat test or the antigen
Bro,
test?
I don't even know. I typed in government COVID clinics. I went to the closest one. If it's not the right one, then fucking sue me.
Yeah, because some of that you gotta. I forgot which one it is. I think it's like the good one's like the Foresight Pathology. It's not a shout out to them.
Whichever one's paid the politicians the most.
Yeah, pretty much. But like they're good because they get you like your test results back in like 12 hours. Like they're pretty good.
Yeah, but they should all be 12 hours now, I think.
I guess, but I don't know. Maybe demand's like gone so high all of a sudden.
True. True. How fast is the fastest one? Are there any that give it to you in minutes?
Definitely not, mate. Definitely
I was going to say, yeah, that would be crazy.
Probably not here. Actually, I don't know.
I think at the football in England, if you're not vaxxed, you can go to a tent and they give you like an instant test. Which if it's instant and they're not trustworthy,
isn't that the antigen test?
But it's instant. It's like minutes. Like you do it while you're lining up. and then they text it to you whilst you're waiting to get
It
in.
would be a bit of a shake if you actually did have COVID though.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Then everyone in the tent's like, bro, what the fuck? Now I've got COVID. And then everyone
Everyone
in the tent has to
standing
go
next to
home.
you in line is like, for fuck's sakes.
Everyone just has to go home. Like you're in the waiting lobby with a bunch of other people. It's like, oh, you mate, you got COVID.
If I paid
because-
£200 for tickets, I'm like, what? You say COVID? What? This? Omnicron? Transformers? Decepticon? Fucking, I'm in. I didn't hear anything. I'm watching the game.
Omicron. Yeah, I don't know. It's stressful times here in the land down under.
What was the thing you wanted to go in with before? If I kept us on COVID, you said something about, I don't even know.
I don't know. We just ran on a rant about COVID.
True.
It's absolutely shagging everyone.
Anything specific you wanted to talk about, brother?
You know what? Not specifically. It's been a bit of a slow day in the
You
old
see the F1?
in the old news. I was gonna bring up the F1. I think you follow F1 a bit more than I do, so you can probably explain what happened.
Have you seen what did you see what happened?
I saw a video, but I don't really understand. Like I saw like the Mercedes guy like talking and all
Bruv,
that
it
stuff.
was sad. It was like really sad.
like how rigged it is or manipulated.
It wasn't rigged. That's the worst part. It wasn't even rigged. The guy running the race was literally just an idiot. Like it just seemed to be, he just kept. So what happened in F1 is obviously each team has a live radio to the guy, to like the umpire of the race. And it just seemed to be, he just flip-flopped with whoever yelled at him harder. So what happened is the winner of this race was going to win the season because Hamilton and Verstappen were tied on points going to the last race. Hamilton is winning the race like the majority of the time. There's like 3 more laps to go. And Hamilton's like a few seconds ahead of Verstappen. I'm pretty sure maybe, yeah, he had a good lead. But critically, he was a long way ahead of him. The first and second, but he had a bit of a gap where it was like comfortable that's like Verstappen's not going to close this. Basically, if you get within a second of someone in F1, you can use this like extra speed thing called the DRS. You can open your wing, go faster. He wasn't going to get into that range. He wasn't going to overtake Hamilton. Hamilton was going to win. But what happened was there was a crash. Some random guy, fucking the last guy, some simp crashed. And what that meant was when you crash, they put out, and it's a heavy crash, they put out a yellow flag, which means no one can overtake anyone. But Max Verstappen was in front of the pits, so he pitted when it happened. So he was on old tires and now had a fresh set of fast, soft tires, the fastest ones for a sprint. But the result of a pit, what happens? Cars go in front of you because you're going slower. So he was behind. And under a yellow flag, all the cars bunch up, but they can't overtake. So if you're first, you will be first. If you're second, you will be second. But if you're second by 2 seconds, you will now be second by no seconds. You'll be neck and neck with us, but you'll be behind. But Verstappen was now at the back now because he
went for the pit, yeah.
And what's supposed to happen is if that happens with the yellow flag, you're supposed to stick with that. You pitted, that's your choice. And this is where it gets sus. So Verstappen on old tires, Hamilton on old tires, crash. Hamilton way ahead of Verstappen, crash. Verstappen pits, new fresh tires, but now he's at the back, not second. He's at the back. I think he was like 7th, so there are 5 cars in between them. And now all the cars had bunched up. And what's supposed to happen, I'm pretty sure, maybe I don't have this correctly, but that's how it's supposed to be. You pitted, you're behind. And so Mercedes called up and were like, make sure you know, like no cars are allowed to move. Like now Lewis Hamilton has 5 lapped cars between him and Verstappen. So they were behind, but they were in the way. So it gave Hamilton some kind of advantage and so they're like, this has to stay this way. And the guy just goes, oh, yes, of course. But then Red Bull call him up and go, hey, brother, like you got to get these fucking cars out the way. They're lapped. Like they don't matter to the race. Like, don't you want first and second there? They should get out of the way. And he's like,
what?
Let me see what I can do. He kind of messages him back and goes like, I don't think so. He literally says, let me try to get control of this, and like hangs up. Then messages him back and goes, no, we can't. So they message Verstappen and go, he's like, fuck, this is absolute bullshit because he thinks that the car should get out the way.
Well, isn't that an accepted, like, known rule?
Yes, and this is why all the drivers were outraged. Like, you could hear the drivers after the race on their own mics. Like Daniel Ricciardo is like, Great race, guys. Thanks for the season, but like that was fucked. Like all the drivers, like this is fucked. Like this was not fair. But then Mercedes get back on the blower, and they're like, make sure these fucking lap cars do not unlap themselves. Make sure they are in between Hamilton and Verstappen when the race restarts.
Can they hear each other, like the opposing teams?
I don't think so. I think just the TV channel has the rights to it. So they can listen to the TV channel and they can hear that this guy's talking to them.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So that they would know about that. But then the Red Bull guy gets on the blower back again. And the guy's like, oh, yes, Mercedes, yes. The Red Bull guy gets on the phone. Motherfucker, get these cars out of the fucking way. And he goes, okay, fine. And then he just orders the cars to get out of the way. And now Verstappen is second behind Hamilton on a fresh set of tires. And all the lead that Hamilton had has been closed down.
Yeah.
And the Mercedes guys are like, what the fuck? You're absolutely shutting us. This is not fair. And basically, it was around this time the race was scheduled to restart. And he was just basically like, oh, look, the cars are unlapped now. Like, what do you want me to do?
It's
like,
already happened. Yeah.
It's already happened. He's like, and so the Mercedes guys are like, what the actual fuck? So, and then,
insane.
And then with 3 laps to go, they just restart. And like, but they don't start from the start line. They start from where they were. So Hamilton and Verstappen is neck and neck. And then Hamilton starts off in front. And Verstappen on fresh, faster tires, just first slick corner they have, just guns it, which credit to him. He had the balls to just go for it, overtakes Hamilton. And this is the even bigger shafting for Hamilton is, you know how I told you earlier that if you're within 1 second of someone, you have that like DRS where you
the wing,
when you go faster. When there's less than 2 laps to go, I think, or if there's something said Hamilton wasn't allowed to use that because there was only 2 laps, or within 2 laps of a restart via a safety car, you can't use DRS.
What?
So it was like Verstappen overtook Hamilton on the first corner, and then Hamilton wasn't allowed to overtake him again. And then Verstappen just ran away with it. And it was like, as I was watching it, I didn't even understand what was going on. I had to like repeat it a couple of times. But
I watched it initially, and I was like, I guess, I don't know what happened. It sounds like he got shanked, but like I have no idea what the rules are. So it just seemed like
that's what happened.
Yeah,
dude, I felt sadness. I was watching it as I was happening. I was like, you are joking, because I'd heard about it. I only watched the highlights recently, and I was like, you're joking. This is what they did. It's fucked.
Well, but didn't Mercedes put through an appeal and then they got rejected by the F1 Federation? So like,
what the fuck were the F1 Federation going to do? Throw egg all over their own faces and call Hamilton the winner after Red Bull had celebrated and after they had posted a million posts on Facebook? Like, what were they going to do?
No, yeah, that's a fair point. No, I think I saw like it was I don't know if it was from Mercedes, it was like some like law firm or something, but they were basically saying like Mercedes has all the grounds to like really take this all away and like say that they got shafted, but it's like realistically the save face for the F1 and really just a save face for them. It's just they just had to sort of cop it on the chin.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton took it well as well because he's known to be a bit of a whinger and he took it pretty well. Yeah,
he seemed pretty humble, but But yeah, shafty.
It was unlucky, dude. All the drive, and you can hear like at the end of the race, like there's footage there. They're releasing it now. Like all the race teams, like McLaren and Renault. Apparently, like Fernando Alonso, when he heard they were told to unlap, he was just like, "What?" Like he was one of the cars. He was like, "Brother, like this is not okay." He was like, "Oh my god, they're actually telling me to unlap myself." And, like all the it was a mess.
Like they just couldn't even believe it. That's crazy. That's so okay. And it's actually interesting that they like this happened because I was going to mention it last week, but it's like it seems just like the rise of F1's been pretty much out of nowhere. It seems like everyone's sort of invested into F1, even just casuals.
The Netflix.
Yeah, the Netflix show's been a game changer, and maybe that's probably like I'm not saying it influenced the decision, but it seemed suspect that it was such a reality TV type of finish where it's like so much drama.
True.
It's tied. It's the 2 big dogs, and it's like the guy
Hamilton has won for the last like 6 times. They need a new winner.
7-time world champion. It's like the young fresh guy. It's like black
and
versus
now next
white.
season,
There's too many different storylines.
Yeah, and now next season, everyone's going to tune in because they're going to be like, surely Hamilton's going to want to go out on top and win an 8th.
Yeah. Because like if he wins the 8th, he's like he breaks the record. It's like better than was it Schumacher?
Yeah,
So that's even crazy. It doesn't even get to break the record. He's
Yeah, it's
just,
tough.
yeah, he just had to cop it. Just has to
Formula One's a
cop it.
weird sport, and I guess like also it started rising because they've got two good stars again. Like for a
Yeah,
while, it wasn't that competitive, but now it's like competitive. Like Red Bull are there, Verstappen's really good.
yeah,
So yeah, it's become just a better sport recently.
yeah. And it seems to be a very popular sport with like all the Instagram models for obvious reasons. But
Yeah, it's a very much a glamour sport.
yeah, like how we were saying before, like with Victoria's Secret models, it's like they go for like billionaires. They're probably the one athlete, maybe golfers as well,
Yes.
maybe even tennis players. Like
Yeah, I'd say tennis player.
those trio, like they could go for Victoria's Secret models. Unfortunately,
Yes.
KD, you're not getting a Victoria's Secret model.
Like think about the football players who've dated Victoria's Secret models that we know of. Like there's like one, and
Or
he's
Tom
like
Brady.
no, like soccer players.
Oh,
Cristiano Ronaldo. It's like
oh yeah.
the Cristiano Ronaldo, the best, like the second best player of all time, probably like the most like biggest celebrity, best looking, and he's the only
Literally the
one.
biggest celebrity in the world. Like
Yeah,
not even sports athlete,
he,
just celebrity.
in Europe, European sports star for Real Madrid, and he was the only one who could date a supermodel, and she was European, so it's like even more like clout that he would have had. He's the only one.
Yeah.
Tom Brady and him.
That is great. And Tom Brady got the biggest one.
Yeah, that's true. That's
He got
true.
he got the
Yeah.
he got literally the goat. And then yeah, I don't and then they're probably just dating a bunch of other rando
But like,
billionaires.
think about like if we get the roster up, let's pull the roster up of the Victoria's Secret models.
Oh well,
Let's,
jeez. They have to for research, for
yeah,
content, for content.
how do we get like if I type in roster, will anything come up? Oh, but Carl Kuzma went out with one, didn't he?
Yeah, but she's I don't want to.
One of the new schools.
Yeah, she's there because for obvious reasons. We don't have to say why, but she's there for obvious reasons. That's all I have to
But
say.
I also think I don't think she's like that well established.
No,
Like she's not like one of the
famous,
goats.
but she's famous. Like she's famous outside of Victoria's Secret model for her condition.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. Like she's not Victoria's Secret model known for like what's one Cristiano Ronaldo went,
She
she was like the goat of it.
Oh yeah, was it Irina?
Yeah, one of them.
One, she's like the one that was like she's dating. She dating Bradley Cooper?
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
I think she's with Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty
That's what I'm saying. It's like you're not seeing any like any of the standard ones who are like made in like the modeling world.
yeah.
You're not seeing any of them go with like basketball players or football
No.
players, but F1 is the one, like Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton definitely. Yeah, 100%. Oh fuck.
Brother. So I've used that word way too many times.
Dylan
It's a running joke at
Dylan
work.
Sprouse, respect. Dylan Sprouse.
Yeah, he's an animal. But I'm looking at these bios. Dude, it's like discovered when she was 14. Discovered in her teenage years.
They move sus. They move sus.
That's sus, dude.
They move sus. I remember like when Emily Ratajkowski was talking about it. She talked about like Michael Bay or something. The guy that like directed Transformer. And then she was like 15 or something. And he was like telling her to like get in like a bikini and stuff. Oh, fuck, it's weird. It's weird, man. It's a weird world out there when it's like young girls. I really feel bad for them.
I feel like directors, they kind of have this pass where they can be the biggest creeps they want, and they can kind of just be like, it was for the movie.
Yeah, it's art.
It was art.
I'm a damaged artist. Some of these guys are just sort of just regular Donnies, which I respect quite a lot.
But like, there's no PJ Washingtons in here.
Joakim Noah's got a mate. Joakim Noah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then
there's no middle of the road.
But he's French, so I guess that works.
Is he?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's either dad's French, like he's got French heritage, 100%.
Okay,
His name's Joakim.
Right.
His name's Joakim.
He's from Florida as well, so he's a bit wild,
Like, yeah, his dad was a French tennis player.
Ah, yeah, he looks a bit French.
His dad was a good-looking guy back in the day as well.
Well, Joakim Noah back in the day was a handsome.
No, boss. Just
All
no, boss.
right.
Did he have
I
the
tried.
ugliest? He looked like his free throw shooting. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, there's nothing
If you
really
ever
I
seen him
can't.
shoot a free throw, that's what he looks
Look,
like.
he's not an ugly dude.
I can see
Look, I don't know.
I can see the appeal. But look,
Yeah.
if he's 5'10", boss, he's not operating on Victoria's Secret level. That's all I'm gonna say. If he's 5'10", he's not operating in that
Oh yeah,
stratosphere.
yeah. But it's like a middle of the road F1 driver can go out with a Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Whereas if you're going out like Kyle Kuzma going out with his missus, plays for the Lakers or he played for the Lakers. In fact,
He's one of the
they
biggest
broke
names
up.
one of the biggest names in the NBA.
He
to
was
be fair.
famous. Yeah, Joakim Noah was a big deal. Like
Defensive
Nicholas,
Player of the Year.
yeah. Like, have you seen like the girlfriends of these like middle of the road F1 dudes? They're insane.
Just remember this tennis players like when it'd be like some guys are not even seated, and they'll pan to like where like the coach and the family sit, and you're like, mate, this guy's got a worldie. It's like, what the hell's going on here? It makes no
Makes
sense.
sense though. Well, no, because tennis is like a
how?
sport that girls like.
Yeah, but does it like what you say? Let's say if I just approach you going like, oh yeah, if I let's say if I was in Melbourne during the Australian Open and I pretended to be a tennis player, do you think that could actually even work for me? I'm like,
it depends how good you are at pretending to be a tennis player.
like I could like go like the like what's his name, Ken Nishikori, whatever the Japanese guy, and be like, yeah,
There's no way you could pass for him.
I'm not saying I'm gonna pass for him, but like it gives praise.
You know what you could I don't like no racist here, but you could pass for Naomi Osaka's like brother.
Oh jeez, boss, what does it even mean? What does that mean?
Like you look similar. You have the same eyes, same color. Like,
yeah, I guess. But then one of our mates, Bailey, he says that I look like Corday, which is her boyfriend. So it looks,
and he looks kind of like her.
Oh God, do you think that's a thing? Actually, it seems it seems like
Yeah,
that's
no, that's
sometimes
the
a
thing.
thing.
People like a lot of people like. There's like a natural attraction to people who look similar to people because people like look favorably upon themselves, or they try to see the good things in themselves. So when they see someone who has similar features, it's like psychologically they try to make that it like is good to them. So there's actually a thing.
Okay. I thought it was like a mother thing.
No,
Because you love your mom, so it's like not like getting weird like that. You know what I mean? Like
no. It's literally like a thing. You see yourself in the mirror, and then you see someone with those same characteristics, and it's like to protect your own.
But it actually
ego,
makes a lot of
you
sense.
see them as good looking. Yeah, it's why that Emma Raducanu, she has the same eyes as me. She has like those big eye holes and Chinese eyes. That's why I think she's so hot, because like she has the exact same eyes as me.
Yeah, you have been speaking up about it recently.
Every time we speak about her, I'm always like so unreasonable. Like, she's so hot. It's purely
You know what? That's actually crazy. Like even
she
like
has
even,
the same stupid eye sockets as I do.
even
So
like
I
the
have to
facial
think she's
structure,
hot.
like she's got like a pretty strong jawline. Like I can actually see it now. I can really
Yes,
see
she
it.
looks like me, and I understand it. She looks exactly like me.
God,
That's why I think she's so hot.
That's how
Because
that's
if
how
I
vain you
go,
are.
dude, if I say Emma Raducanu's ugly, when I look like basically I could be her male twin, what am I saying about myself?
I guess that explains a lot. Then no wonder I'm just always attracted to Victoria's Secret models. It just it makes too much sense. Oh, I'm forever cursed. Like unless the podcast goes to insane heights, it's going to be very hard for me to find a Victoria's Secret model. I'll say that.
Emma Raducanu's insane, man. Oh, she tested positive. That is so rough. She flew all the way to Australia from fucking the UK to play the Australian Open.
And she can't even play.
Positive.
Can she even play?
I mean, how long have they got to the Australian Open?
Oh, it's like what, mid-Jan?
I got to get this off my screen. She's distractingly good looking to me. No, yeah, Australian. Yeah, but she has to train. If she's positive, she'll have to isolate in her hotel room for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Like, is it still isolation? 2-week isolation? Because like, let's say
if you get it, definitely.
So you're shafted for the rest of the year if you get it now.
Well, why?
Because it's 14 days. So you miss Christmas. You have to just hang out by
Oh
yourself
yeah.
for
Oh
Christmas.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Bro, what the? This is a shafty, mate.
No, like that's reason. Like, I mean,
Oh,
if you
you
agree
got
with
the
all the other
reasonable.
shit,
What you COVID is like? Sorry, mate. You can't have a Christmas anymore.
that's I was saying exactly. I was saying
Think about if you live. Think about if you live in the northern beaches. Last year, you couldn't even have a Christmas, and then
yeah,
this year you catch it again. You don't. You miss 2 Christmases.
yeah, yeah, that's how this
Bro, that's a
works.
shag, mate. That's a shag. That's an absolute shag.
That's how it works. But I think that's reason. Like, if you get it, like
It's
if we,
reasonable,
I
but
don't
it's
think
like,
it's fair. Like, I think they should be allow them to play. I think they should be like, look, if they got no symptoms like that. But if we are going to live in this society where we're a bit cautious, it's understandable.
but like, look, if I was walking in the street, like if COVID, like there was no restrictions, like it's just it is what it is, and I saw someone and they just like drop, like collapse on the floor at like Westfield, and I find out they
People
had
don't
COVID.
collapse on the floor because of COVID.
Well, that's what I mean. Like if I had to see something like physically happen, like where it's like, oh wow, now I'll get the vaccine. To me, it's just like this one farce.
If you already got it, so
So yeah, it doesn't matter. I've already got the microchip, so it doesn't matter.
I guess.
Yeah, we'll throw it to sponsors
Oh, true.
because yeah, it's quite weird that David doesn't have a dryer but has a Lamborghini. Like I just don't see where his priorities are at the moment. I think if you use some of your Lamborghini money to get a dryer, I think you'd be able to bypass this whole bed sheet situation that you're going through right now.
I wouldn't fucking need bed sheets. Just buy new ones. I wouldn't have to wash them. Geordie, mate, those bags around your eyes are looking a bit small these days. What's going on? You've been sleeping in a little?
No, look, I wish, but I think I've actually found a little bit of a gem. It's transcending organic CBD oil. Mate, David, myself, we know what it's like to be elite athletes, and we know inflammation and pain relief is a must.
Mate, I know you, and I know that you've been having aches and pains for years and a little bit of anxiety because you've just been dominating on the park. It takes its toll.
Oh, dude, 100%. I've been battling, but let me tell you, things are looking up. The CBD oil has got me feeling less stressed. I'm sleeping better, and my body is ready to move weight around in the gym. I'm telling you, serious numbers. Eddie Hall, serious numbers. But look, not only does Robert Whittaker and I share being Aussie supreme athletes and really just the pinnacle of savages in life, but we also take transcending organic CBD oil.
Alrighty, bro. Well, if the listeners are thinking of trying some out, where can they get the hookup? Tell the people.
Well, look, just find the link in the description. Search Transcending Organics online. Find them on Instagram. They're literally everywhere. If you follow Robert Whittaker, you already know about them. The great thing about these guys as well, they have guaranteed shipping internationally. So, I mean, look, what else? What more would you really need?
Well, if you say so, Transcending Organics, thank you for supporting us. Check them out in the description. And remember, unlike Geordie's amateur football career, and I mean very amateur, be responsible. Hey. Take care. No, mate. Very amateur.
Double down.
Hey, guys. If you're interested in checking out Transcending Organics, they do have a great promo where if you put in the code 23JD, you can get 20% off as well. So not only does that help us out, it obviously helps you out as well. So check them out. And yeah, enjoy the app.
Oh, yeah. All righty. So do you want to get into any sports or any other sports, any basketball you want to talk about?
It was ironic that you actually brought up the F1 because I think it's just European sports have just had a bit of a shaking at the rate. Well, is F1 European or is it just it's international? But is it?
Yeah, it's
European. Yeah, European.
I mean, it's Middle Eastern now more than anything. Half the races in the Middle East.
Well, I was gonna say, I think the Champions League is pretty much Middle Eastern anyway. So, Talk about a shagging, mate. This is what I mean. F1 Champions League. It's just everything's getting
Champions League. That was sus, dude.
That's sus. It's still sus. It's so sus.
The fact that can we just not get over the fact that like the Champions League had to redo their draw?
But they only redrew their draw because people told them to do it. If there was no uproar about it, they would have probably just jogged on. Because there was so much public opinion, they were like, you know what, we just have to do it.
Didn't they have Manchester United to play Villarreal and AC Milan to play Liverpool? Or no, Atletico Madrid to play Liverpool, and they were in the same groups?
Yeah. No, I think it was like, Man United got drew to Villarreal, but they were in the same group before. So they're like, okay, we'll just redraw. But what they did is like they didn't put United back into the hat. So United was just like United was just like yeah. So United was just like there, just sort of in the ether.
Sorry, because United got drawn PSG.
Yeah,
But United were in the draw to play Villarreal.
yeah.
That is,
Mate, it's a shake. And then did so many teams got absolutely shocked. I think besides Chelsea and Lille, I think they're the only ones that stayed the same. Did so many teams got shafted. Like now Salzburg has to play Bayern.
oh my God.
You got who's Man City play? Man City just
They're playing like Porto, or they're playing like Benfica or something.
yeah, like they're playing Benfica now, and I think they were meant to play Porto. So Benfica's like, mate, we've been shagged. Now we're gonna play bloody Man City.
Man, you got lucky. They were supposed to play PSG, and now they're playing they're playing Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, dude, PSG has to versus Real Madrid. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, what's going on?
Dude, the whole Messi Ronaldo thing sus as well. Because do you remember when Man United got Ronaldo just beforehand? They're talking about him going to City.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, that's when they did the Champions League draw for the group stage, and City and PSG were in the same group.
Yeah.
And now Ronaldo plays for Man U,
And they try to get
Man U and PSG got drawn the same round of 16.
Yeah.
And then they can't do that. So what do? Messi versus Real Madrid round of 16. It's like it seems so clearly like this is done.
Yeah. It's like, okay, here's
Set
so you
matches
got
up.
so you got City versus Sporting, which should be City, PSG versus Real Madrid, which is insane game. Inter versus Liverpool. I mean, you just had to cop that. Inter.
Oh,
Yeah, Man United versus Atletico, Juventus versus Villarreal, Ajax versus Benfica. That's what I mean. It's just like, how can you do something so simple and just stuff it up?
it's crazy.
I don't understand. They blame it on like a technical issue. It's
Mate, it's
16.
paper.
It's 16 teams. It's 16 teams. It's 16 variables. That's all it is.
Do you think they were trying to rig it?
Oh, but well, they can only rig it so much because it's like you can't play someone in the same group as you. There's only some extent that they can rig it.
But do you think they tried? Like, do you think they tried to push that Real PSG game?
But see, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to do it like later in the tournament.
Well, you don't want to risk.
where
You
there's
want
more
to lock the
stakes.
money in. You don't want
I
to risk
guess.
Real Madrid getting knocked out by Chelsea or PSG getting knocked out by Bayern.
I guess, but like you would rather see I would rather see PSG Real Madrid as like the semifinal. Like if that was a matchup in the semifinals, is more sexier than it is in the group of 16.
But a PSG or Real Madrid, like they're not like
because
look
let's
at the
be
teams
honest,
in there. There's no guarantee they get to the semis.
yeah, I guess. But then that being said, it's like now it's like it gives chances. Like let's say it's like Benfica make it and Ajax and stuff. They're not sexy teams. You rather have like all the big teams coming in at the point that you want them to come in.
Benfica are not gonna be. They're gonna get swept by Ajax.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like you rather like Ajax. I know they're a good team, but it's like they're not sexy. They're not sexy.
People will watch Ajax.
They'll watch it because they have to watch it. I'd rather not watch.
You'd rather give the free passes to
to the big dogs. You rather see like your Liverpool, Man United, Man City, because now you rule out like it's either PSG win or Real Madrid win. So you just rule out two of the biggest sides in the world.
See, it seems like you're going the Mayweather route, whereas I'm going the Cambosis route. I'm thinking they want just to lock in the biggest games as soon as possible, so that all else fails, they get the big games.
I look at it as like
you're like trying to build to the perfect one.
Yeah, you're looking as like the Floyd Mayweather and Canelo fight. Like you're like, you know what, we'll lock it in now because it'll get to a point where Floyd Mayweather is gonna be out of his prime, and even though Canelo's not in his prime, at least he's good enough to fight him.
Yeah.
But then realistically, you would want Canelo to be in his prime and then Floyd Mayweather to be in his prime, but you can't.
Because if Ajax play PSG, Ajax could beat them. And then you're just left with nothing from PSG. And then an Ajax Real Madrid game, like, come on.
Because remember, there was like that chat, was it 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when there was like 3 or 4 French teams in the final 8. And you're like, mate, what's going on here?
I just remember like
it was like
3
Lyon.
years ago. Yeah, it was like Ajax beat like Real Madrid, and then like they played like this team from London, and they were up, They had a huge lead, and then this team from London scored 3 goals in like 10 minutes and got to the
Yeah.
final. I remember that.
Yeah. So that's why I'd rather just see the big dogs play when it matters. I want the Super League. I'm a Super League fan. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Definitely not, boss.
I reckon that would just be a mess because it's like, I don't know. I still don't know why they don't just do a European league, like the English Premier League, but across Europe, and you have a relegation. So you'd have like
no, see, that's the issue. The relegation
in like the 4th division.
Yeah, but that's just,
but there would be enough money in it for like the 5th division to go across Europe.
Yeah, economically, it just wouldn't make sense. And then that's the whole point of the Super League. They don't want relegation. They just want to make sure they want it to be the NBA, where it's like just money circulates around everyone, and it's just I don't care if we're Arsenal and we got a shit team. At least we're still making money.
Yeah,
from the TV deal.
But the thing is, like, these games aren't even that bad. Like PSG playing a random team in France. It's not like PSG just wipe them 7-0.
Yeah.
Like, they're close games.
Yeah, but I think that just speaks more about where PSG are at than it is other teams. Because, I mean, Man City, like, talk about 7-0. Man City fucking bent over lead. So, they know how to get it done.
They didn't even have, like, that top team out there.
Yeah, they got Buddy Grealish playing
at right back.
Grealish playing false 9.
Philly Foden.
Oh, God, Foden. Jesus.
He's insane.
He's actually insane. Too bad that he's English. He'll never win a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
He will never win a Ballon d'Or. Bernardo Silva will probably win a Ballon d'Or before he does.
Bernardo Silva's great,
a weapon.
He missed a fucking sitter.
Yeah, in like the first 6 minutes, he just drew it wide. Which I don't understand how you can that's what you trade for. I don't understand how they consistently miss.
Yeah, but sometimes the ball bounces differently, and sometimes that happens.
It's a soccer ball. It bounces quite uniform.
I know, but it's someone who's very questionable at soccer myself. No.
It's the most uniform bounce pass. And they're playing on pitches where it's literally just flat.
I know, but sometimes it happens like that. Soccer's like not that easy.
Oh my God, plays 2 park sessions, thinks he's Bernardo Silva on the ball.
No, I know I'm not, which is what I'm saying. No, I can't dribble. My friend pointed out to me at work.
Well, do you just kick the ball ahead and just run?
No, like I get the ball and I either like put it on to launch a shot, or I put my head up and I got to like pass it downfield, but I'll never dribble it forward. So it's like if nothing's on, I just get caught with the ball and lose it. But if people are making runs, I'm really good at like picking them out.
Yeah,
because I just see it as like basketball. I'm like, oh, it's just basketball with your feet. You just kick the ball.
Yeah.
You find the guy. It's not that hard.
Oh, you're just not able to take someone one-on-one.
Yeah, I don't. Which I probably could, but I don't have the confidence. But tomorrow or Saturday, I'm just gonna get the ball. I'm just gonna run. I can. We'll see.
You could. You think you can, but you can't.
All I'm saying is I understand how Bernardo Silva missed that shot.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. It's quite comparable, like Man City versus Leeds United to David and the boys in the park playing touch.
Yeah, that is true. They probably should train a bit better for that.
Yeah. What else? I mean, yeah, the weekend was pretty good.
We saw this. Look, this is okay. This is gonna be a touchy subject. Oh, God, it's already started off with a bad joke, but I didn't want to talk about it because we're going to say some stupid shit about it.
Oh, no, where
Those
you go?
US gymnasts, they got paid $360 million US dollars. Now,
US dollars.
So I think the girls who are affected by the Larry Nassar stuff, I think
Larry Nassar, I think Nassar, yeah.
So, well, fuck that guy anyway. He's
some creepy
doesn't deserve to be pronounced properly.
Yeah.
Does that money taxed?
That's your concern, boss? The tax?
Dude,
that's your concern?
Comment on this. So, on Monday, gymnasts who were abused by Larry Nassar, coaches or others involved in the sport.
Wait, who was he?
How many people are abusing? Sorry,
who is he though? Like, what's this?
He
man?
was the coach,
but like the head coach.
I think so. I think he was.
I mean, it's just God. This guy just looks like a predator. This is what I mean. Surely, geez. What's the screening process? You look at this man's face.
That's what I thought.
What is the screening
process? For people who don't know, the US Olympics team, this Larry Nassar guy was just touching up girls for years, I think is the story. And they've been paid $360 million by the US Gymnastics Association in
this
some
guy
case.
just looks suspect. Like
Yeah.
you know how you go to court and they're meant to like try and like make you look better so that you don't look like you fit the crime. This guy fits the crime.
Exactly.
He looks like the stereotype of like
Of a pedophile.
yeah. Like if he's not a
And I know, you should never go, that girl got raped, but she was asking for it with the short skirt. So that's not what I'm trying to do here. But where are the parents? If I'm dropping my daughter off to gymnastics and that guy's coaching, I'm sorry, but she's going to join the softball team. She's playing soccer. She's not playing gymnastics with that motherfucker as the coach.
Like, what is this guy's credibility? Like, I just want to know what his credibility was. He a gymnast? Oh no,
Definitely not. Dude.
No. He's a doctor. Even worse.
I'm not taking my daughter to go get her like groin injury touched up by that guy.
Yeah, like I have a sister, like she only goes to female doctors because she knows like there's just sus Donnies out there. Like surely, like if
agreed. What? Yeah, where's the female doctor? And I think this is why they got the settlement, because I think the court was basically like, yeah, where were the female doctors?
They're probably us. They're like, mate, have you seen the guy? Dude, look at this guy. Like you said, they questioned the parents, like, you let your daughters in the hands of him?
And the thing is, the thing that really annoys me is I'm almost angry about this money. It's like, I guess because if US Gymnastics covered it up, yes, but it's like, this could bankrupt US Gymnastics.
Who gets
But it's
the
not
money?
their fault. The girls.
Yeah, but what, all of them?
Yeah, Ali Raisman and her friends. They're all getting money.
I mean, they've already got the bag. Like, surely they give it to the other
That's
chicks.
the thing. Like this,
does Simone Biles need more money?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
it's like,
more money is more money, but like, surely they're like,
the guy should do time. People should get sent to jail, not pay money.
Like 18 years, bro. 532 million Australian dollars.
Yeah,
half a
and it's
billion.
like all this does is transfer money from grassroots gymnastics to these girls' pockets who probably don't even want it. They probably want that guy to get sent to jail for the rest of his life.
And it's like, I get like it's the big dogs that went to court, like Simone Biles, Raisman, what's her name, Michaela Maroney. She's a baddie. Actually, probably shouldn't say that in this type of context that we're talking about it. Should not really say that in the context. Should not really say that in the context. We'll leave it in there because it's funny.
That's why I said not to talk about this.
Yeah, I caught myself there. I really caught myself there.
I'm not getting, no, dude. Have you seen Ali Ray? No, but that's what they said. I listened to this on a podcast, the Oops podcast, and now I'm looking now. If you notice, all those gymnast girls, all their Instagrams, they're all stunningly good looking, and they're all like, that's their thing now. Now that they've retired from gymnastics, it's kind of like making money as an influencer.
Yeah, look, most of the money is going to be paid by insurers. The US Olympic Committee will pay $34 million and will loan US Gymnastics $6 million to pay for its settlement.
See, so it's like everyone wins, basically.
But that's what I mean. Is it just 150 women?
Yeah. But that, you know what?
That's like $2 million each.
Yeah, I mean, look, good for the women
honestly, like, we make it sound like they
won't have the millions.
Yeah, I was gonna say we make it sound like we're gassed about the money. Obviously, what they went through is fucking disgusting. Like the guy, like I said, looks straight up like a sexual predator. Obviously, he's a sexual predator. The guy to fuck with. But I mean, geez, the bag.
I want part of that settlement for having to look at him.
The bag's a bag, like.
But what was I gonna say is, what's fucked up is they use the photos of Ali Raisman and Biles and all that on these things, and they use them for the coverage. But all that tells me is, if these women weren't famous, if they didn't win the gold medals for America, if they didn't have this amazing gold generation of gymnastics, people wouldn't care about women's gymnasts from America.
Yeah.
And this case probably never would have come up.
No, 100%.
No one would have cared. They probably just would have kept covering it up.
Exactly. And I think, well, like, it's probably fair. We probably haven't done a proper research, but I think just on face value alone, I'm going to think that these four would not be the most victimized people. And that's probably, that might be girls who have more. Yeah. That might be an outlandish statement, but there is, out of the 150 women, to think that the four best gymnasts that they've produced are the biggest victims is probably unrealistic. There's unfortunately people that maybe never made the Olympics, never made the US
Fuck,
US
that's
trials,
tough.
like that got abused and they had to copy. And like you said, don't have the millions, don't have the money because they've invested so much in gymnastics, and then they had to go through this abuse, and then that probably
It probably
derailed
would have
them
been.
from their
It
career.
probably would have been the girls on the fringes who couldn't
Exactly.
afford to speak out.
Yeah. And good on
The big dogs.
the big four, for getting out there and really sort of pushing this, and getting this fucking sex pest out of here.
Did you see he go to jail?
Surely, boss. What do you think? This guy
I'll
just
check.
walks away?
Larry
It's like,
Nassir. Well, I mean, it's America, boss. If you're rich and white, you can get away with a lot of things.
yeah, I guess
Um,
that or you get fucking necked in jail.
like Epstein.
Like, what's happening with the misses as well? Isn't that still going on?
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell's trial's going on right now, but like they're not really covering it much.
Yeah, I know. It's sus. Like, it's sus that they're not even talking about it that much.
I think he was sentenced to 40 to 175 years.
I like how I like
years.
his Wikipedia is like convicted rapist and former osteopathic physician. He used to be a physician and now is a rapist.
Ugh.
That's
De
he was a
facto.
teen. Dude, and why is it women's as well? That's what I don't understand. It's like he wasn't like the doctor for like all of like US gymnastics. It's just the US gymnastics women's team.
Yeah, why is it a guy? Why
Yeah.
is it a guy?
And I
Even
guess it's
guys don't
I
like
get,
guy doctors.
yeah, I don't want a guy touching me.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah, dude, this man's a mess. I'm just
As well, like, who's gonna line up to be sending their kids to gymnastics now? But you know what the fucking problem is? This happens in every sport. I think in women's soccer there was a big thing as well. Of like, I'm almost certain like women's soccer, this is a big thing as well. Because like the coaches are just like a lot of them are just dudes, and a lot of them are usually chick soccer players are usually very good looking, in shape, and they're just these creepy dudes. And I mean, I'd hope that that's not the only reason. I don't even know how to say this properly, but like, I'd hope that's not all it takes for these guys to be pedophiles. But I'm pretty sure at the Ballon d'Or speech, there was something about like how women's soccer. Oh, sorry. There was something about like Sam Kerr, I think, said it. Sam Kerr was like, if you want to support women's soccer, like support kicking the pedophiles out of women's soccer. Like something about like,
dude. I think women's sport like is
if you're a guy and
is
you
a
spend
mess.
too much time around women's sport, I want you to cry when your team plays with like passion for the sport. If you're not that passionate about the sport,
Well,
you're
that's what I mean.
sus.
That's it. That's
You're in it for any other
well,
reason
the-
apart from pure passion for the
well,
sport.
that's the issue. It's like it's just because like the rise of women's sport has been so recent. There's just not, I guess, people qualified to coach sport. Yes, you could say you want to get a female basketball coach, but it's like it's just probably just not enough female basketball coaches out there at the moment. And like eventually,
The netball, boss?
it's going to
Netball?
slowly. With netball, obviously.
No, sorry, not netball. Gymnastics. That's like the one sport that's allowed women to flourish.
I get. Yeah, I know. It's true. I don't know.
Can't explain it.
I don't
That's
know.
why I'm not paying $360 million in damages.
Like,
'cause I
like,
don't do this shit.
I don't know. Like, if I was the head of gymnastics, like, I don't know. Maybe he had a great resume. I don't know. Maybe he just had the experience.
Oh God, I don't want to bring this point up, but I mean,
You have to bring it up.
they were pretty good in the Olympics. Whatever they were doing in training was like, maybe he was a good
They were
doctor.
good. They were good as well. No one got injured, boss.
No one got injured,
one
and
got
now Simone
injured.
Biles got injured,
She got injured. She didn't even want to compete.
which is the fucked part.
But then, but they did win. But they
I'm
did still
sure
win.
it had nothing to do with this guy. Like I'm sure, like he was the head doctor.
But the issue is that yes, he gets a lot of deservingly he gets a lot of the fame and all that. But what about the actual corporate, like the actual organization?
That's why other people need to go to jail. The people
Like-
who covered this shit
Like
up.
surely he's not the only doctor. He would have a team of other physicians around him. Which, I mean, look, the guy was doing it for what, over 18 years, nearly 2 decades. Like
Someone would have known.
someone would have known.
And I think I can honestly say this, like, And I know it's easy to say when we don't have a family depending on us and like, you know, because if those physios had spoken out, they probably would have got fired. He would have fired them, made sure they don't work. But
Yeah, would
like,
have blackballed them from the industry.
but it's like, I think if I knew someone was molesting kids, like if I knew
Yeah,
someone was,
it's a
if I knew
mess.
someone was killing people, I might keep my mouth shut. If I knew someone was dealing drugs, I'd keep my mouth shut. If I knew someone was like molesting kids, I'd probably be like, all right, blackball me from the industry, but I gotta say something.
Yeah.
You know,
What do you,
like
do you
I think
see?
molesting kids is where I'm like, something's got to happen.
What do you see? Like the whole Brett Finch thing recently.
Oh God,
I
don't
don't
even
talk-
get me started, boss.
Well, I mean, like we're on the same line.
What's
and,
going on there?
Well, it's a mess. The guy somehow got into some child abuse,
Do you know much about the case
media.
though?
Well, I saw it before. I was reading it. Basically, they did like this massive sting about like child abuse material being like circulated around
Oh my God.
like phones and stuff, and they like arrested 7 people. And Brett Finch, who's a former NRL player, media personality as well, quite like prolific. Like everyone knows.
Yeah,
Brett
everyone
Finch
knew
is.
him.
he
Quite
was
well
a-
liked as
Dude,
well.
he was dude, our friend Ben, he was at his Christmas party, and he was at the Christmas party just watching the cricket by himself. Like he wasn't part of the Christmas party. He was just there at the same place, just watching the cricket by
Venue.
himself. So I was like, so it's just ironic that this guy in the background just had
I mean, he
child
hasn't
abuse
been
material.
proven guilty yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
So
to
we should have
cover
said
our
that.
ass.
Yeah, but I mean,
But it's not looking good, seeing
it's
as
not
he was
look-
caught in a sting operation, which generally means they caught him red-handed.
yeah, which means they have a lot of evidence to suggest that he's somehow involved. He's somehow involved in this situation.
Why would he do that? I'd have to think like,
But that's what I mean. That surely
If-
other people know about it. He can't be going on this solo.
you reckon other ex-NRL players were doing it?
I'm not, alleged. Like this is all like alleged, so we can't say.
I think that's
yes
dangerous
or no.
though, because just to say that, like, just because he was involved, like, child porn's a pretty like shameful thing. Like, if I was part of a child porn ring, I wouldn't just show up to the
Jeez.
pub and just start telling you guys about it. Like,
Yeah, but
you
it's
can't
like,
be sure. Like,
Yeah, but it-
it's good chance it was his little secret.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It reminds me of like it's it seems hyperbolic, but it's like the what's his name again? Epstein
Larry Nassar?
situation.
Oh,
No, the
Epstein.
Epstein situation. It's like there's a picture of him and Bill Clinton on a private jet, and you're like, well,
Oh
doesn't
no,
say-
that's completely different. Yeah, 100%.
But that's what I mean. Like he's just like because he's associated, you just like you. And like,
No,
they're-
but Bill
they're close
Clinton,
friends.
there's logs of him going to the island.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not, like he's friends with a lot of NRL players, like close friends, best
Yeah,
friends.
but
with a lot-
he's not taking them to child porn island.
But is he? I like we, we don't want to give ifs, ands, or
All
buts
I'm
here.
saying is like, if you like child porn, doesn't
I
necessarily
don't. I
mean your
don't.
friends,
I can tell you right now, I don't.
doesn't mean your friends know about it. But if you like
That is
child
true.
porn and you have an island where you show child porn, and there is ferry tickets of me going to child porn island, it means that I like child porn.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, I'm
Someone
just-
doesn't cut
well,
that out.
That's what I mean. I'm just thinking like if it's like a
So
like,
I don't
like our
think you can
friends.
say just because Brett. No, but I don't think you can say just because Brett Finch likes child porn, other NRL players do.
Yeah,
You
no,
can
yeah.
say with Epstein, the reason you say that Bill Clinton's sus is because he's been to child porn island.
But it would be like I just look at it like one of our close friends just came out and like let's say he was part of this sting operation. That's what I mean. Like we share a lot of
You'd
us.
be
like,
pretty mad. You'd be like, bro, you make
Dude,
me
I'll be
look
like,
bad.
dude, I'll be like, what? Like, this, like out of nowhere, which is probably
Yeah.
which is like realistically what most of Brett Finch's friends are like. They're probably just sitting down going, "What? Like, this is insane. What's going on?"
Well,
right
he
now?
had a show. He was
Yeah,
part
I'm
of that. White-
blocking a bar.
So have they?
Yeah, they sort of they sort of disowned him, I guess, or just showed like tried to save face and just say that they're not, so which is like that's what I mean. It's like it's crazy. I guess it's different if it's like a workmate because the work relationship can sometimes be different, but like that's what I mean. If you're a close friend to Brett Finch, and I hope that you just weren't aware of this, but if you're a close friend to Brett Finch, it's some secret to hide. And this guy's gone through the ringer.
Yeah.
Like he's done like he's had like gone to rehab. He's like had alcohol abuse, drug abuse. He's had a lot of like depression issues. I think. I hope I'm not speaking out of line, but I think he sort of referenced that in the past. So it's like he's been an open book regarding like the struggles that he's had. So it's crazy that he's had
Jesus.
all this stuff, and then in the background, he's
Yeah.
doing this.
A ring as well. It's never good.
Dude, the sting
They never do
operation.
they never do a sting operation on
Sting
like
operation.
candy bar stealing. It's always like something
No.
real dirty.
And like so left field. It's just so left field.
Yeah, I
Like-
couldn't believe it as
Like
well.
it would make more sense if like yes, he was like dealing cocaine. I'm like, NRL players.
Well, there's a Manu Vadavai is facing life in jail for dealing drugs in
Like heroin, like he was like
Yeah.
importing and exporting heroin, which is
Dude, how do you get into the drop shipping heroin business after having an NRL
Dropshipping.
career? How does that happen?
Drop shipping heroin business.
Like, how
Like
do
you
you
sound like
get
this guy's
into
got a
that?
buddy. He's got a Shopify store for heroin.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, how do you do that?
Oh yeah, maybe it's just associated with. That's what. Yeah, just associating with the wrong people, I guess. And could he have a big name? He probably had a decent amount of money. Maybe he
Look,
just
and
had
that's the thing.
capital.
I guess at the end of the day, yeah, but like, look, mate, there's always a chance he got roped into it against his will, so we don't want to throw him under the bus yet.
Yeah, maybe he got. That's what I mean. Maybe he just like
But the lights are green.
it's like when there's smoke, there's fire. Sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're caught in the sting operation, usually there's fire.
Bro, when I woke up and saw it, I honestly couldn't believe it. I thought,
I was like,
I thought it was a
what
joke.
the
I'm
fuck?
like, how's this physics? Like, how? And that's why I think it's like someone new and they've tipped them off. That's what I think it could
sting
be.
Sting operation is they probably found through months of working and then
Yeah, but
thought,
then
right, time to go in.
yeah, but like obviously like fighting all the leads, like someone could easily like just gave them the lead about like Brett Finch is involved. Like just because they could have had like a separate situation going on, and then like maybe someone tipped them off about like it's actually gone some high profile names, let's say. Because maybe he said something wrong in the media or something, and the media's just like covered it up. I don't know, boss. I don't know, boss.
I don't know.
It's a mess. And I say this now, and it's like I'm looking at this DM I sent to this chick, and she hasn't replied, boss.
You just cold calling in the DMs. Probably not the best subject to talk about. After
No, it's
two
not.
subjects
It's not.
we've
That's what I
just spoken
mean.
about.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very delicate situation.
Look,
This is a
if we-
sports pod. I mean, we kept it a sports podcast, but geez, we made it really dark this episode.
We did speak about sports. We spoke about the chick tennis player Raducanu. We spoke about her. We spoke about.
Did we really talk about her being a tennis player? Did we talk about you looking like her and that you're attracted to her, boss? I think that's more the line we took.
Dude, that. If people aren't in agreement with my theory on that, I'm just gonna come off like an absolute idiot.
Would agree.
If they don't agree with like my
No.
theory,
I think you make a very good point. But then sometimes like opposites attract. Like I think if people like someone completely different, like so off center.
Oh yeah,
of, like, who they are.
yeah. I think maybe somewhere in between is just like But we spoke about the gymnastics. we spoke about.
We talk about
the
everything's been
football.
shambles. We talk about the F1 shambles.
Yes,
Champions
it
League
has been a shambles.
Gymnastic shambles. Rugby league stories shambles.
I guess to close up, what are you thinking of your?
We even talked about Radicado. Mate, she's got COVID. It's shambles.
Yeah,
It's
that's the thing.
shambles.
Everyone in Australia is gonna have it. Like
Yeah.
I still don't know. Like, when do you just let them play? Like, because think about this Raducanu girl, she's young, right? Okay, so she's won a Grand Slam, got the bag from that. Think she did pretty well in another Grand Slam. This is a lot of money. Like, she could lose. Like, she would have flown to Australia expecting to win the Australian Open, which is 2.5 million Australian dollars, which, to be fair, to Raducanu is like 1 million pounds.
Yeah.
But still, if she can't play,
She's like what 19 or something. Like this is like
a lot of money.
big money. Yeah.
That's a lot of money. So, like, there's a real consequence to this.
Hey, and it's not like she there's no reimbursement either. It's not like she can get like a Centrelink payment saying, "Oh, sorry, you can't work." He's like,
Well, I think she probably could, but it's $320 for a week, and I don't think it quite matches the million she would make over the 3 weeks.
"Yeah, true." 65% of it. I wonder.
And like her sponsors, Nike or whoever sponsors her, are probably like, I don't want to bring up a photo of her. Get distracted.
Oh my God,
Nike,
Ross.
Nike or what's her sponsor?
I don't think it's Nike. Is it Nike? Is she really that big of a dog?
Oh, I mean, you're a young, half Asian, Chinese speaking English tennis.
Does she speak Mandarin?
Yes, Grand Slam winner.
Isn't she like from Canada, like, or born in Canada? Like, she's from all over the place.
I don't know. Point is,
she's like Romanian,
super marketable. Like, ticks every box. You're gonna get sponsored by some big brands. I can't even see what brand she's sponsored by, so that's not a good sign. It's like some weird. I think it's Nike. Yeah, it's Nike. So Nike would have shelled out probably a bunch of money to re-sign her, and now like Australian Open, 25% of the biggest events in tennis, done.
Yeah, true. Well, maybe they can fall back on not Nick Kyrgios, Bernard Tomic's rise again. Have you seen that?
Yeah, the
comeback trail. The comeback trail, like the man's video is so cringe. It's so cringe.
It seems like something like your friend who's drunk would film.
Oh, and we all know that friend as well. Where it's just like I read the hate, and dude, his accent's weird as well. It's not an Aussie accent. It's like,
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Nick Kyrgios has like an Aussie accent. Like, he sounds Aussie. But Tommy, he has one of those miscellaneous accents.
I think if you Google where he's from,
what is he? One of these fake Aussies?
I think he might be. Tommy, I don't know. He kind of disappeared for a while.
Yeah, she is sponsored by Nike.
I mean, of course, you're gonna. Oh my God. Yeah, so he was born in Germany.
Yeah. How tall is this Emma Raducanu chick? To be fair, she just looks like she's obviously attractive. She just looks like an average, like doesn't look like an athlete, to be honest.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, you look at like Naomi Osaka, you're like, mate, she looks like an athlete. She's
a bit of a bopper, Osaka, built.
Yeah. Or even like a Sharapova, like, she's tall and like she's long, like this.
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
this Raducanu, she just looks like, she just looks like you like went to high school with her.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I mean, you probably agree with anything that I say that references her, so just relax.
Damn right. I want to ask you, what is your approach to cryptos before we close up? Like, what are you thinking at the moment? I was thinking of throwing some more money in the market.
I think I'm going to throw some more money in. I'm waiting for my portfolio to hit a certain number, and when it hits that number, I'm going to flood it.
So, but it's not like, it's still way higher than when we invested.
Yeah,
even though it's crashed. It's not like we're getting a cheap price.
No, but it's like, it's definitely pulled back at least like 25%.
That is a lot of percent.
It's pulled back a lot. So even if it goes back to where it was like 6 weeks ago, you're making 25%.
Yeah, but I'm in crypto. I want to make 250%, you know?
Dude, there's one coin that I've been watch listing. Dude, it went up 1,000%. Just out of nowhere. It just went up 1,000%. Even if, dude, imagine if $10. $10.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's what I mean. You just gotta find. I think I gotta like try and like
$10.
I think I gotta be
no. Play the slot machines. I'll put 10 in that one. 10 in that one.
No, I'm not saying that. I think I gotta be like a gremlin on the Reddit forums, because I think that's where like all these like back page pumping goes.
But you need a good exchange. I'm looking at it now. Like, a lot of them only get listed once they're at a certain size.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what I mean. You have to go to like the dirty.
Oh, mamma mia!
It's like going to the back pages of the newspaper. It's like you sort of have to.
Okay. Raven coin. Its high is 30 cents. It's now at 11 cents. That looks like a buy to me. That's the type of thing I buy.
No, but it just means that it had its peak,
or that it could get back up there.
Let's see. That's the investor's curse. I think if you look at the ASX, it's probably a lot safer to invest in it now, because everything's sort of pulled back quite a bit recently.
Yeah.
But it's not as fun. Like I can invest into like a big four bank, and it's like, yes, I could probably make a nice like 15% in like 3 years. But is it that sexy? Is it that sexy? It's not that sexy, boss. I'm gonna
No, but it's guaranteed.
So I mean, if you put $1,000, you're making 150 back, guaranteed.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Put in
Don't say
10,000,
that.
you're
That
making
doesn't-
1,500.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Putting in 10,000 and getting out 1,500 sounds all right.
But I mean, imagine you put 10,000 to
Ethereum.
Ethereum.
Yeah,
You know,
40,000.
it's kitties. That's what I mean. That's what I
Okay,
mean.
maybe I'll put some more crypto in.
I think I'm gonna put more crypto on. I'm gonna wait till next year though, because I think Christmas might be volatile because everyone's gonna just be buying crypto for.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Christmas.
at home bored and nothing to do. That's how I bought my cryptos. I had study leave and I was bored, so I just bought a bunch.
Yeah. And like to be fair, I think we have like a friend or a couple of friends that are like pretty diligent and like looking at the markets and like realizing like what's the new technology and it's getting up there. Me and you are sort of just like, I'm bored that my money's in the savings. Time to play around. Time to sacrifice some money.
Yeah, that's literally. I was like, oh, I got some. This looks cool. I don't want to miss out. Yeah, let's give it a try.
True. Yeah, that's how I look at crypto as well. Like you rather like if everyone misses out, then it's like
You blow your brains out. Yeah.
yeah.
I'd rather lose $1,000 on crypto than have not lose any, but have run the risk of like all my friends making 10 grand from $1,000, and then I'm just the one idiot who didn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and yeah, some of our friends are deep as well, so it's like, I mean, like if I know where I'm at the moment, I can only imagine where some of our mates are at the moment.
Yeah,
Just like the classic emoji where it's like
I
the
would
guy,
be stressing.
the crying emoji, but you're smiling. I love that's my favorite.
Stressing.
That's my favorite emoji. Yeah, it's stressful times for the crypto market, but
Crypto cowards for a reason. You got to hang in there, you know.
yeah, just gotta hang in there. You gotta ride the bull. You gotta ride the bull.
And if a gymnastics doctor tells you that, don't listen. Run.
Oh God, Jesus. We'll probably end it there. I mean, God, what a bit of a weird
wild
one.
Ride.
Yeah, this was a ride. It got pretty dark. It got very dark.
did.
So I think just to balance it out a bit, like we always do every podcast, David gives a bit of enlightenment. I think we definitely need some enlightenment. I mean, the weather's stormy. It's thunder. It's La Nina. COVID, Larry Nassir, F1 shambles, Champions League shambles. It's all a bit of a mess at the moment. So, David, please give the people some guidance.
If there's room on the washing line, wash everything you have. If you have the time, take advantage, because room on the washing line does not last long. That's all I got.
I like that. You got to take your chance. You got to shoot your shot.
100%.
Shoot your shot. Peace.
Peace.